Hello everyone, welcome to our English class. Hope you all are fine by the grace of God. Please take care of yourself and don't go out because coronavirus is spreading all over. So please take care of yourself, stay home, be safe and study at home. So children, in our previous video, we have started a new lesson from our Moments book. That is the fifth lesson, The Happy Prince. And in this chapter, we have studied that there was a beautiful statue of the Happy Prince on a tall column in the center of the city. And that statue was covered with gold all over. And it had two bright sapphires. I told you before also, sapphires means a precious stone. Were installed in his eyes, and a large ruby stone, it is also a precious stone, which was glowing, means shining, on his sword handle. So one day a little swallow came and sat on the statue. But as the swallow was going to sleep, a large drop of water fell on him. The swallow was amazed, means surprised, as there was no cloud in the sky. The statue spoke to the swallow that when he was alive, means when the Happy Prince was alive, he was very much happy. But as he died and his statue was placed by the people on the tall column, he could see all the misery and suffering of his peoples from high above. And so he was very much sad. He never knew what tears were, but now that statue was crying, because he saw the miseries of the people, which made him weep. The Happy Prince told the swallow that he could far away in the town he can see a poor house, and in that house there lived a seamstress. I told you before, seamstress is a woman who stitches clothes or does embroidery on the clothes. So this seamstress was embroidering a gown for the queen's maid for the party. And in the corner of the same room, in the bed, there her son was lying because he was suffering from fever, so he was lying ill, her little boy. He asked the swallow, who asked? The statue of the Happy Prince asked the swallow, because he felt pity on that poor woman and his son. So he asked the swallow to pick the rubies from his sword handle and give to the woman. The swallow flew to the woman's house and put the ruby near the woman's table. And then the swallow bird flapped its wing to fan the boy's forehead, and then the boy felt better. So up till now, we have done this much part in our previous video. Now we will move further in our part 2 video. So after helping the poor woman and her boy, the bird flew. It returned back to the Happy Prince and told that he had helped the poor woman by giving the stone. So after that, the bird fell asleep, and when the day broke, the next day he flew down to the river and took a bath. And the bird was thinking, tonight I go to Egypt, said the swallow, and he was high. Means it was flying high, spirits at the prospect. It was hoping that today I will go back to Egypt to my friends. And he visited all the monuments in the city and sat long time on the top of the church steeple. Steeple is the church tower. The bird flew all around the city and visited all the monuments and places and sat for a long time on the church tower. And when the night arose, means the moon arose, night came, he flew back to the Happy Prince. He went back to the statue. Then he cried, I'm just starting, and he wanted to go back to Egypt. So just then the Happy Prince told, swallow, swallow, little swallow, will you stay with me one night longer? Now again the Happy Prince was requesting the bird to stay one more night with him. Why? I am waited for in Egypt. The bird said, my friends are waiting for me in Egypt, answered the swallow. And again the prince requested, swallow, swallow, little swallow, far away across the city. Now the Happy Prince can see one more thing. When he was placed on high above, he could see a young man in a garret. Garret is a small room on the roof, okay, of a house. By his and he can see a man sitting in his small room on his roof, and by his side there was a bunch of withered violets. Withered means dried up flowers, purplish flowers. But there were some dried up flowers on his table, and he was sitting in a small room, and his hair is brown and crispy. Now he's observing the condition of that person, and his lips are red as pomegranate. Now here pomegranate is a fruit, and he's comparing it that his lips are red, so he's comparing it with a red color fruit, pomegranate. And he has large and dreamy eyes. He's saying he's trying to finish a play. Now this man is a playwright. Playwright is a person who writes plays or dramas. So this man was writing a play and was trying to finish the play because he has to give it to the director of the theater. But it was very cold and he couldn't write because he was feeling very much cold, and there was no fire in the grate. Grate means the fireplace, and he was hungry also, and because of that he was fainting. So the happy prince was feeling pity on this man, so he told the swallow, I will wait with you one night longer. This was the reply of the bird. Now the bird agreed to stay one more night with the happy prince because the happy prince had a good heart, so the bird also agreed to help him. He asked if he should take another ruby to the young playwright. Now he asked the happy prince to take one more ruby stone and give it to the young playwright man who was writing the play. Alas, I have no ruby now. So the happy prince told, I don't have any more ruby stone. My eyes are all that I have left. He says, there are two precious stones which are installed in my eyes, and I have those two stones. They are made of rare sapphires. It is a precious stone which is rarely found, which were brought out of India 1,000 years ago. Now the prince is telling about those two precious stones which are placed in his eyes, and those stones were brought from India 1,000 years ago. He ordered the swallow to pluck one out of them and take it to the playwright. So he ordered the swallow bird to take one of the stone and give it to the playwright. He will sell that precious stone to the jeweler and buy some firewood and finish his play, so that those stones can help that playwright person. So what the bird replied, Dear prince, said the swallow, I cannot do that. He began to weep. The bird started crying. It was a very miserable thing. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, do as I command you. And then the prince commanded, I am giving you order that you take one of my stone from my eyes and give it to that playwright. So the swallow plucked one of the prince's eyes and flew away to the young man's garret, to his room. And it was easy enough to get into the room because there was a hole in the room. Through this he darted. He went inside the room, and the young man had his head buried in his hands. He was bowing his head and was sleeping, so he did not hear the fluttering birds, flapping of the bird's wing, because he was sleeping. And when he looked up, he found the beautiful, as he opened his eyes, he found a beautiful sapphire lying on the flowers, dried up flowers of violets. I am beginning to be appreciated. Now, he cried. Now people will appreciate me. This is from some great admirer. He thought someone who is admiring him has given this sapphire to him. Now I can finish my play. And he looked quite happy. Now this playwright person was now very happy. The next day, the swallow flew down to the harbor. Harbor is a place where ships are kept. So the bird went there. He sat on the mast of a large vessel and watched the sailor. Now the bird was moving in the whole city and watching everything. So the bird was sitting in the harbor and watching the sailors, how they were working. And then the bird was thinking that I'm going to Egypt. But nobody minded. When the moon rose, he flew back to the happy prince. Now, when the night came, again the bird flew back to the happy prince. I have come to bid you goodbye, he cried. Now, again the prince told, Swallow, swallow, little swallow, Will you not stay with me one night longer? Again he was requesting the bird to stay one more night with him. It is winter, answered the swallow. The swallow said, now it is a very cold season. I cannot stay here. And the snow will soon be yours. Now soon the snow will also fall. And I cannot stay here. In Egypt, the sun is warm on the green palm trees. Now the swallow bird is describing the season of Egypt, that there is warm. Here it is very cold, so I cannot stay here. So in the square below, said the happy prince, I can see one more person in the square below. There stands a little match girl. Now again the happy prince can see a small girl standing in the square below in the city. And match girl is a girl who sells matchboxes and get some money. So she has let her matches, and all the matchboxes have fallen in the water, and they all are spoiled. And when her father will beat her if she will not bring home some money. So that little match girl is standing there and crying because she's sad. She has no shoes or stockings, and her little head is bare. Bare means empty, because she's having cold. She's feeling cold, and she's standing over there and crying because all her matchboxes have fallen in the water, and her father will beat if she will not take some money to him. So now the happy prince is saying, pluck out my other eye and give it to her. Take one more precious stone from my eye and give to that girl. And so that her father will not beat her, she can take some precious stone to her father. So I will stay with you one night longer, said the swallow. Now the swallow again agreed to stay one more night with the happy prince and help that match girl. But I cannot pluck out your eye. The bird was agreed to help, but it was feeling pity for the happy prince also. One by one he was taking all the precious things from the statue. So he was feeling pity for the statue. So he said, I cannot pluck your eye. You would be quite blind. If I'll take both of your eyes, how will you see? You will become blind. So the prince again requested the swallow. When the swallow did not listen, it commanded, I command you to give my one more stone to that match girl. So he plucked out the prince's other's eye and darted down with it. He swooped past the match girl. He went to the match girl and slipped the jewel into the palm of her hand. What a lovely bit of glass! And when that girl got that precious stone, she thought it is a very beautiful glass. The girl saw, and she ran home laughing because now she was happy. She got something precious. Then the swallow came back to the prince. It returned back to the prince again and said, now you are blind, he said. So I will stay with you always. I will not go anywhere, not to Egypt to my friends. I will stay with you. Since you are blind, you cannot see anything. So I will stay with you always. What the happy prince said? No, little swallow. The poor prince replied, you must go to Egypt. No, I will stay with you always, said the swallow, and he slept at the prince's feet. The next day, he sat on the prince's shoulder and told him the stories. Now what the bird did, the swallow bird sat on the prince's shoulder and saw everything, whatever was happening in the city, and told stories. Dear little swallow, said the prince, you tell me of marvelous things, but more marvelous than anything is the suffering of men and women. Now, as the bird was telling some stories also, but the prince told more marvelous thing is the suffering of the men and women. So there is no mystery so great as misery. Fly over my city, he said. You fly over my city, little swallow, and tell me whatever you see there. So the swallow flew over the great city and saw what the bird saw, that the rich people were making merry in their beautiful houses. They were very happy. They were merrymaking, and the beggars, the poor people, were sitting at the gates and suffering. He flew into dark lanes. The bird flew in all the dark lanes, all the dark streets, and saw the white faded faces of the starving children, people who were suffering due to hunger, and looking out listlessly at the black streets, he saw the poor people are still suffering and the rich people are living happily. Under the archway of a bridge, two little boys were lying in each other's arms to try and keep themselves warm. Now, what the bird found, that there were two boys. They were sitting in an archway bridge, under the archway bridge, and they were keeping themselves warm because they were feeling very cold and they were hungry also. You must not lie here, the watchman was shouting on them. You can't lie here, you have to go. And they wandered out in the, and it was raining and they were moving from place to place. Then he flew back and told the prince what he had seen. So again the happy prince told to the bird, "I am covered with fine gold," said the prince. "You must take leaf by leaf all the gold in leaf and give it to the poor. The living always think that gold can make them happy, so that they can take this gold and they can have some money to live." Leaf after leaf of the fine gold the swallow picked off till the happy prince looked quite dull and grey. One after the other, the swallow took the golden leaf and gave to all the poor people. And now, what happened to the statue? Now, the statue became dull and grey. Leaf after leaf of the fine gold he brought to the poor people, and children's faces grew rosier, and they laughed and played in the street. Now the children were also happy because they had food to eat. Now they were feeling warm. Then the snow came, and after the snow came the frost. The streets looked as if they were made of silver. Now the snow was falling and all the streets were covered with snow and looked as if it was made of silver. So everybody went about in furs. Everyone was wearing furry clothes because they were feeling cold, and the little boys wore scarlet red colored caps and skated on the ice. But this poor little swallow now was feeling very much cold because it was sitting under the feet of the happy prince on that statue. So it was feeling very cold, and he would not leave the prince. Because he loved him, the happy prince. The bird picked up some crumbs. Crumbs means small pieces from the bakery. Outside the bakery, from the baker's door, he took some pieces of bread, crumbs, and ate them. Still, he was feeling very much cold, and he was trying to keep himself warm by flapping his wings. But at last, now the bird knew that it was going to die. He had just enough strength, that much strength, to fly up and sit on the prince's shoulder and say goodbye to the prince. So what the prince said, "I'm glad that you're going to Egypt at last, little swallow." The prince thought that he's going to Egypt, so that is why the bird came to him to bid him goodbye. The bird said, "No, I'm not going to Egypt. I'm going to die. Death is the brother of sleep, is he not?" And he kissed the happy prince and fell down dead at his feet. And now the bird died sitting on his feet. At that moment, when the bird died, a curious crack sounded inside the statue. And what happened? As the bird died, the leaden heart of the prince broke into two pieces. The fact is that the leaden heart had snapped right into two pieces. It certainly was a dreadfully hard frost. Early the next morning, what happened? The mayor of the city was walking in the town with his two councillors, two officers, and when they passed through the column, they saw the statue. He said, such a shabby statue it is looking, so we should remove this statue. And the two officers also agreed with him because they always favored the mayor. So they said, we will remove the statue because it is looking very dull, no gold is found, it is looking so dirty, so we will remove this. And the two officers also agreed with him. Then they saw the bird, that a dead bird is there in his feet. So he said, we must make a law and place it here under the column that no birds are allowed to die here. And the town clerk made a note of that suggestion. So they pulled down the statue of the happy prince. They brought down the statue of the happy prince and the bird also, and they said it is no longer beautiful, so we will burn it, said the art professor. Then they melted the statue in a furnace. Furnace means a place of fire. So they melted the statue of the happy prince in the fire. What a strange thing, said the overseer of the workmen when they found at the foundry. What the workmen saw, that the whole statue was burnt, but only the broken lead heart was not melting in the furnace. So what they did, they took the leaden heart and threw it in the dust of heap. It means where the dust was kept. So they threw that heart in the dust where the dead swallow was also lying. So this was your chapter, and at the end of the chapter the author has written some beautiful lines. When God asked one of his angel to bring him the two most precious things from the city, so his angel brought the leaden heart and the dead bird of the swallow. So what God said? God said, you have rightly chosen, for in my garden of paradise this little bird shall sing forever more, and in my city of gold the happy prince shall praise me. So this was your lesson. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you. Dear students, I have made a video of the revised syllabus of English of class 9th, and in this video I have given the CBSE latest update, means which chapters are deleted from your course in the English subject. So you can go through this link. The link is given in the description box. Thank you.